Hey there! Today we're going to discuss arrays in C, so let's get started. Let me go ahead and maximize this editor, and as you can see, I have this file created earlier, ex37 underscore arrays.c, and I have added these statements ahead of time. So an array is a data structure that stores a collection of related values that are all the same type. Arrays are useful because they can represent related data with one descriptive name rather than using separate variables that each must be named uniquely. So for example, I have here this on line 6. I have an example. So the array test scores can hold up to 25 test scores. So to better understand this, I have the breakdown of this line. So let me just uncomment this. So this part is the type. So an array declaration that includes the type, which is the int. So I have here the type. The first one is the type, which is an integer type, and then the type of values it stores. So it's an integer type of variable or value, and also the identifier. So an identifier, which we name it test score, and the square brackets. So the square brackets with a number inside that indicates the array size. So the square or the square brackets is the array size. So we can leave it blank. We can leave it blank, that is allowed. We can also limit the size, the array size. So in this example, we limit it up unto 25 numbers. So an array size of 25 numbers. So let me go ahead and give you another example. Let me delete this. So let's try a different example. This time we'll be using a float type, and let's name it prices. It has a size of 5, and let me just put this in. So we can also assign it something like this. So the other option or other ways to declare an array is like this. So let's just put a value 3.2, 6.66, 10.49, 1, 25, and lastly 0.89. Make sure to put the semicolon at the end. So in this example, I initialize the array after I declared it. So in the first example, we just created an array, but we didn't initialize it. In this example, we created an array with 5 elements or the size of 5, and then we put the value, we initialize it. So we fill in the value. The first one is 3.2, 6.66, the third, and fourth and fifth. So in this example, you can initialize an array when it is declared, as in this statement, in this line 7 statement. Note that initial values are separated by comma. So if you look at it closely, you should see this comma. This is a separator. So it is separated by commas and placed inside these curly braces. It should be inside these curly braces. An array can be partially initialized as in like this. Let me just create another example. So I'm just going to copy this, and let's just name this price tag, and then the same size, but just to these two values. So we only initialize the first and the second. So the missing values are set to 0. So if I'm going to elaborate this more, it's going to look something like this. So let me copy and paste it here, and then let's put the value of 3.2, and then this is for the 0, since any array starts with 0. Then 1, the value of 1 is 6.66, and the second and third will be 0. Let me copy this and put this in here. It's going to have a value of 0 since we did not initialize it. So again, the missing values are set to 0. That's how array works. Let me just delete this now. And just a quick note that an array is stored in contiguous memory locations and cannot change size after being declared. So the moment that we declared it, we can no longer change the size of it. Alright, this is just a short example of array, so we're going to talk more about this. And before we wrap up, let's test your knowledge. I have here on this tab, I have a little exercise for you. So the same drill, I want you to type in a code to declare an array of integers of size 4. So as you can see, there's missing information in here that needs to be filled in. If you know the answer, please put it in the comment section below. Thank you.